The S6 Edge and the S6 Edge Plus. It looks like this will be the only Edge of the year, and it's a 5.5-inch screen, so you're probably stuck with it.
I'm pretty impressed with the way Samsung does their boxing of it. Let's take a look at the phone. Right when you open it, you get the phone. The back is very nice, glossy-looking power button on the right.
It's surrounded by a metal frame. Front is Corning Gorilla Glass, and the back is also a glass, so it's very similar design language to the S6 Edge. Pulling the stuff out, we have a SIM-ejector tray. Most phones nowadays, unfortunately, you have to use a SIM-ejector now, right?
Yep, and let's take a look inside. There's a couple of pamphlets. We bought this through T-Mobile, so they include some of their information here.
Yeah, this is a lot of irrelevant stuff. We've all read this many, many times. But as a T-Mobile phone, I will have to give them props for finally getting rid of the tramp stamp. So I know the S6 also got rid of the tramp stamp, but I'm very happy to see that the S7 also keeps that up, and T-Mobile vouched to get rid of the tramp stamp on the back of the phone.
It definitely makes it look nicer. It makes it look cleaner, too.
Right. And T-Mobile has a buy one, get one free for the S7 right now. Of course, I have a little catch, but let's keep going. We have the IMEIs, and let's look at that in a second.
So opening it up, we have the charger right here. So some charging cables.
Micro USB instead of USB-C.
And this part is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're including, for the first time in the US, a USB connector, OTG, which usually is in a lot of Chinese company stuff. Samsung's including that, and we also have a Quick Charge 2.0, Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0 power brick. So that's always great to have quick charge out of the box.
And we have the headphones here. I got really confused opening it. I thought they were black, but I guess it's just tinted.
And you probably aren't the first one to think that, but it's just a white pair of earbuds from Samsung, so nothing too out of the ordinary there, but the packaging is nice.
Let's put it to the side and take a look at the actual phone itself.
Wow, that's a beauty. It's a beauty of a phone if we can get the camera frames.
I love the way it feels in my hand. It's thin, it's nice, it feels premium, a little bit delicate.
It is. We have the volume rockers on one side, and in the back of the camera, flash, it says Galaxy S7 Edge. And on the other side, we just have a flesh metal with a power button. It's pretty simple design, and let's boot it up. You see that's the boot animation. You see, was it T-Mobile?
Yes, it does.
Well, let's peel this.
Oh, I love this part.
Here we go. There's the T-Mobile logo. Unfortunately, we have the T-Mobile logo since it's not an unlocked version. And as you can see, we have the power button, which doubles up as your fingerprint scanner. This is a Quad HD Super AMOLED screen. This is running a Snapdragon 810. On the bottom, we have a headphone jack, a USB-C port, and a single monotone speaker.
It's still pretty loud though on its own.
It is, but it's easily covered, just like the S6, which is a complaint like, well, wow, but, we can forgive that. Look at the edge. Look at that beautiful edge. You're not going to see many phones like that.
Okay, let's get it booted up here.
This is classic Samsung, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, it is.
The color scheme, and even though they reduced TouchWiz a lot, and they changed it so that it's much more friendly, it's still, wow, look at that. That's very Samsung-esque. This part does remind me of Huawei. We are moving to the next. We're just plowing through this stuff. It's a good-looking phone, don't get me wrong, but Samsung and T-Mobile makes me a little hesitant to go through it, but you'll get our full thoughts in our full review. Look at that. We went from blue to Google blue
pink.
to T-Mobile pink. Yeah, so there's just design language problems, but let's take a look at the actual phone there.
I think it can be forgiven. I mean, this part is so cool. I love how the Edge has different pages. These are the app edges right here, and it looks like you can customize and add on different widget-esque kind of.
Right, there we go. On the very bottom, you can see multiple tabs. I think you can go up to 5 pages. The phone seems very responsive in your hands. How does it feel?
Oh, this part's a little weird. I like it a lot.
Seems like you're having a little trouble there
It's
with
a
the
little
edge.
bit of a struggle there.
There's actually a little tab that you have to pull out from, right?
Yes. And this part is pretty neat. You can actually set up different contacts. You can put your favorites on here. So this is pretty neat. It's easy access, basically. And you also have the Samsung later will allow you to customize even more. You can change what side it's on, the transparency.
Yeah, it's looking like Samsung's trying to appeal this to a broad range of users. You saw ESPN Sports, was it Yahoo Sports Edge, and then there's also stock, so it's pretty diverse. If you look at the menu and the drop down, this is classic Samsung. I never liked the vertical scrolling of the actual drop down, but you know, it's Samsung and pretty iconic.
I never remember what I had to do to it.
Right. You know, there's a lot, and open the menu, like I said, Samsung has toned down tutorials a lot. We're here, taking that versions of it before. But, you know, it's still distinctly Samsung. As you can see right there, we're running 6.0.1. So it is, I believe, the latest version of Android as of this taping. And here we go, we have the Marshmallow Easter egg.
I love this part, but it's really hard. I never get past the first two marshmallows.
Yeah, I see. It's not there. But it's basically the same game as the Lollipop Easter egg, except for just like I said, the T-Mobile version. We have an security patch. Yeah. Oh, as you saw, the battery capacity is 3,600. This is a really big battery. You might need that battery to handle the flipboard section there. That's really Samsung.
And Samsung has everything in folders for you. You've got the Google folders, the Samsung folders, and this one also has the T-Mobile folder as well, which includes all of their apps.
That is one thing that if you're a fan of stock Android, this is something you can get used to because there is a lot of bloatware. And luckily, this device has 4 gigabytes of RAM, powered by Snapdragon 820, which is a powerhouse. So maybe that will compensate for it. But I think that wraps it up. So this is Alex, followed alongside by Lita, and oh, you know what? Let's take a look at the camera really quick too. The camera, of course, we're gonna take a deeper look. But let's take a few snapshots.
This part I really like. The camera's big here. I love taking food pictures, but it actually feels really smooth when I use the Samsung interface to take a picture.
It's actually pretty simple, right? You can't say this is an iPhone clone. It looks nothing like the iPhone interface, and I actually really like this interface. The camera, obviously, we're not framing it too well, but